Hi everyone. So yeah, I'm here to at first share with you a story, and it is my story. Well, a quick run through of it. So, as many of you may know, that I have battled leukemia. So I got diagnosed when I was 19, and with the chronic phase of it, as many of you know, and through then I was able to work, go out, live my life, and just take pills. But then in June it got really bad to the point where I only had a few months to live. So anyway, they put me on heavy chemotherapy, which I went through for a few months, and then after that it was a stem cell transplant. But before that transplant, I had to be taken to hospital. I had to have full body radiotherapy. I lost all my hair, made me feel terribly ill, and then I had said transplant, stem cells. So I had a Hickman line, and it went into my chest and up into my neck, and it was hanging out, and the stem cells were put up and went in through that. And I had a horrible experience with that because I reacted badly to the stem cell going in. Not the fact that it was anything out of the ordinary, because reactions can happen. It wasn't a problem of the stem cells not working. It was just when it first went in, my body did not take it too well. It felt like the whole of my inside of my body was on fire. I couldn't breathe. I had to put like a nebulizer on me, and I had about 4 nurses around me injecting me with stuff to calm down the reaction. And honestly, my thought there was I felt like I was dying. I seriously thought I was going to die, because I never felt like that. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. Then after that, I had to stay in one room for 4 weeks. I had to be put in isolation, one room for 4 weeks. I felt so ill, so tired, so weak through that time. It was a struggle to get up. It was even a struggle to hold my phone up for a long time. Anyway, I got through it. Friends, family came and visited me, and I got out of hospital, and then it's been a slow process of recovering since then. I will be 6 months post-transplant on May the 1st, and it takes about a year to fully recover from it, but I'm now starting to feel like myself again, which is great. So, thing is with me, as bad as things was, and I'm still continuing my story, I'm still continuing my recovery, and I'm waiting for said story to end and me to just go back to normal life, which hopefully after COVID-19 I can start to do. I can start to go back to work gradually, and so like I said, thing is with me, I had friends, I had family that could come and visit me at any time through a very difficult time of my life. At the moment, there are people that are not so lucky. Now, the idea of the radiotherapy is to wipe out your immune system. So you've got nothing, you've got no immune system at all. And this other stuff called Campath as well. And so that's why you've got to stay in isolation. or that long until your immune system starts to rebuild itself through the stem cell treatment. But there are so many people now that are not so lucky. They're going through the same thing I did, but they can't have friends, they can't have family come and visit them. They're stuck in isolation. And when I mean isolation, I mean one room. They don't have a house to go around. They don't have a garden. They can't leave that room. You're stuck there. I was lucky. I got out within 4 weeks, and that's relatively quick. People could be in there for months. There are people from adults to small children, toddlers, even babies in there, and they're alone. They've got their nurses, but they don't have their family because of COVID-19. They can't come and visit them. They've got no immune system. They've got nothing to fight it off. So what I'm trying to get at here, and I know that people do struggle mentally with this isolation. I do. I know there's people living alone. I know that would be horrible. I would hate to be living alone. I'm lucky that I've got family living with me. But what I kept thinking in the hospital was there's always someone worse off than you. And instead of posting constant stuff on Facebook, oh yeah, oh this is horrible, stuff on social media of how crap things are. Remember a few things. We are all in the same boat, and there are plenty of people worse off than you. There was people in 1944 or between 1939 and 1945 constantly being bombed for 59 days in a row. And that was just a blitz. There are, like I said, people in hospital going through chemo, going through transplant, who are so much more vulnerable. There are the elderly who are a lot more vulnerable. That's the thing you got to think of. How about the elderly who are on their own, got no family, got no friends? You could live on your own, but you've still got family and friends to call, to FaceTime. Yes, it's hard. I would hate it to have no human contact for that long. But another thing I kept thinking when I was going through it was, this isn't forever. This is a small portion, a tiny portion of my life, and it's for the best. It's either I give up this tiny portion of my life, or I give up my life. That is what we're all doing now. A few months, 6 months, maybe even a year, is a small portion of your life to go on and live a full and healthy and happy life. People that are struggling mentally, I get you, because I'm struggling mentally. I mean, I was stuck in a room for 4 weeks, and I'm grateful to have a house to just walk around. I'm grateful to have a garden to sit in. Not all of us has that garden to sit in, because some of us may live in flats. But it's hard. It really is. I'm currently suffering from PTSD from everything that I experienced, and it is terrifying. I do get closed in, and I'm missing everything. I haven't been to a footy match for, since October. No, not October. September. Yeah, maybe. I think September. Was the last game I went to. Something I loved doing. It got me out. It made me forget all my problems, and it was something I was very passionate about. I'm now feeling well enough to maybe even go out, start doing things, and I can't do that. I'm having to wait longer. And all I'm saying is, like I've said in the status, if anyone is struggling mentally, you're always good to give me a message. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I don't even know you. If you want to talk about mental issues, if you want just someone to be there to listen, if you want, you know, just to chat about other stuff to take your mind off it, then I'm here. I've got all the time in the world. But there are also other alternatives as well. There are Time to Talk, who I'm currently with, and they've been brilliant, and they can do stuff over the phone, and I mean, they are absolutely brilliant and really helping me through this. And like, this isn't about me, I'm just saying, just trying to sort of compare my own situations and to others. There are people in much worse states than I am mentally, really bad states. But what you got to remember is you can get through this, and you will get through this. And once you get through this, you can make a much better life for yourself. You just need that strength, that inner strength. And sometimes you don't realise you have it. My biggest fear was getting cancer. There's an old saying by a great man, Bob Marley, my fear is my only courage. And what I take from that is, once your true fears come true, it gives you courage. It brings out courage that you had never, ever thought you had. Like I said, I'm struggling mentally. I'm struggling with the way I look as well. I'm getting really upset and depressed because I don't look the same as I did a year ago because of everything that's happened. My hair doesn't. Hopefully that will go back to normal very soon. Just the way I look, I don't feel like myself. So all I'm saying is, yeah, it can be hard, but there are people out there you can talk to get through this, and there is always someone in a worse position than you are. So much worse. Now, I just want to end this video on this necklace, and I think it's a really good saying. My grandparents got this when I was going through hell, and it says, "Grandson, always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think, and loved more than you know." And I think that is something we can all think about and take on board. So remember, this is a small part of your life, just a small part, but it's to have a life after this. We all face challenges, we all do. It's part of life. It's how we deal with those challenges and how we get through, and we all will get through this. We are all in the same boat. We all will get through this together. So thank you for watching, and I hope you are all well, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you.